Hey everybody, it's Tim, the RugbyGod Gamer, and I want to do a little video on the new conference, the new Microsoft conference that was last week, in regards to the release of the new Microsoft or Xbox One. And there's been a lot of media hubbub about it, and honestly, I get where it's all coming from. There are a lot of issues in regards to what people think it should have been and what it actually was. So, stay tuned here and we'll talk a little bit about it. Oh, I wrecked those two guys. Oh, that guy gets me. Anyway, my name is Tim, and this is one of my first videos that I've ever done. I bought a new Elgato machine, so I'm all excited to use it, and I figured, what the hell, it's the best time to use it now with the new Microsoft and Xbox conference that's come out. So, and I have a few thoughts on exactly, on exactly what I think happened and what's going on and why people might be so pissed off. First of all, the conference itself, I was excited to see the new Xbox. I knew they were going to come up with some sort of silly moniker for it. I'm not really excited about it being called an Xbox One. I get where they're coming from. It's a lot of marketing guys in a room saying, it's one, it'll do everything. It's the last machine you'll ever buy, blah, blah, blah. But I think there were a lot of people who were waiting for something more, and they were waiting to see software. So they didn't see it. I wasn't too upset about that because I know that that's what E3 is going to be all about. They've actually sent out, Microsoft sent out a note, I think it was through Larry Herb, sent out a note the other day saying, listen, guys, E3 is coming and it's going to be all about the games. So I'm certain that it's all going to come out in the wash, and I don't think people should get too excited about that. I think where all the hatred and all the pissed offedness comes from is how it was presented to the people, and the way it was presented to people. You've got a room full of vice presidents who really aren't used to appealing or talking to gamers on the level of being a gamer. So they're approaching it from a very pragmatic point of view, and I think that what that does, it creates a lot of animosity and it creates a lot of distrust. And there are a lot of people who just don't trust those guys. They don't trust guys in suits, right? So, they're all getting up there and they're talking about how great it is and how awesome it'll do, watch TV and pause TV and flick to the internet and Xbox, play the game and blah, blah, blah. And that's all great. And from a standpoint where you're trying to broaden your audience, I think that's where Microsoft was headed with that. Where I think people were disappointed with them was, the presentations were pretty wooden. They didn't look so great. And, oh, look at this, I wrecked this dude. Boom, jumped down, I thought you had me. Anyway, the presentations were kind of wooden. They didn't feel relaxed. They were just, it just didn't seem sincere and genuine. But that's what you get, when you deal with a large corporation. You're getting a lot of people who are in vice president positions. Like, honestly, these guys probably talk, in front of a crowd 2 or 3 times a year, and everything else is in shareholder meetings or to their own superiors. So, they're trying to act energized, and they're trying to act hip, and they're trying to wear jeans when they should be wearing suit pants, and they're all doing all this stuff, and all that does is, for you and I, it creates an idea of distrust. And you look at them and you go, you know what, I want to believe what you're saying, but I really can't. Can I really trust you? You're wearing dress pants with white bottom sneakers. That's not cool. So anyway, I think it all comes down to that. I think it comes down to the way that they were trying to spoon feed us in that conference. So I don't think that people should get excited or negatively feel negative impact just because of this conference. The guy got me there, camping. Because it's not going to be the big picture reflection. And I know this guy's hiding around here again, so I'll just pop you in right there. Beautiful. So anyway, I don't think people should get too excited. I don't think people should get too angry at Microsoft, because again, the games are coming. There's not going to be this huge disparity. In this console race, the PS3 and the Xbox 360, there wasn't, those consoles were neck and neck. And I think worldwide, it ended up that PS3 sort of edged Microsoft out by, 100,000 consoles. But, for the most part, those two companies, they're neck and neck. They sell exactly the same amount of machines. So I don't think this generation is going to be any different. People are saying, Microsoft's putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable in making sure that people know it's a TV machine first and a game machine second. That's not the truth. That's not going to be the case. So I don't think people should get worried. Games are coming. It's going to be fantastic. I think everyone should just sit back and rejoice for the fact that we have 2 consoles launching this year. Both PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are going to bring awesome experiences. So I don't think we should get too excited about that as a whole and wait for E3, because E3 is going to be awesome. Again, my name is Tim. I'm the RugbyGod Gamer, and this is one of my first videos that I've done. So if you have any feedback in regards to how you think I could make it better, constructive feedback is always the best. Give me a like, and hopefully we're going to hear from you soon. I got a review coming up for Metro last night. I think you're going to love it.